front where it says Ames real big.
Greetings everyone from St. Albans, West Virginia. I was just driving along US Route 60, taking a nice casual drive on New Year's Day, and I drove right past this shopping center and saw this immediately, and I stopped so I could check it out and do a video. Now there's a big sign over the doors that says no trespassing federal property. I don't know if I buy that because it looks like somebody literally just wrote it on there. If it was federal, don't you think it would be more, how should I say it, official looking, or I don't know. Either way, I'm going to respect that. I'm not here to cause any harm. I just want to take a look at this old Kmart because it's been closed for a long time. Take a peek through the door, see what we can see inside, if anything. It's been hit with vandalism, broken windows along the side, and there's still actually a Kmart sign up over there, so we'll see that in just a moment. But I just want to check it out real quick, take a walk down memory lane. Because for me, I grew up going to Kmart. I loved going to Kmart. I would do Christmas shopping there all the time, and I miss it. So every time I see one, I like to stop and look at it for a minute, and if I can, do a video. Can't do it all the time, but I love it. But of course, if you know anything about Kmart, Fast Eddie Lampert decided to make the company just crash by not investing in it, not updating stores. He did in some stores, and the ones that he did, they looked great. I love the ones in New Jersey that had the orange and brown paint schemes on them inside. They looked fantastic, and they were some of the first ones to close. Well, anyway, well, maybe not necessarily the first ones to go, but I did like shopping at them. But I did like going to Kmart, and at one point, you know, they were the biggest retailer we had in the United States until Walmart and Target vamped up their game, and, well, this is what we have left. Now, in 2024 like this, abandoned Kmarts are getting more and more scarce. So anytime I do see one, I like to stop and check it out because it's just a matter of time until it either gets demolished, repurposed, or subdivided, or heavily renovated to the point you don't even recognize it anymore. So that's why I do this. It's just a walk down memory lane out of respect. So let's go check it out and see what we find. Now, as I had said, this closed in April of 2018, which would have put that on the wave of closures that the Bridgeville, Pennsylvania location closed up, one that I went to and actually had a couple family members that worked there at that one. I am curious about those signs. I've seen them all around. I just want to read them. Stop work order until further notice. See, I don't know that that was just written on it with a Sharpie. I don't know how I actually feel about that. Now, no permit has been issued for this work. Wow. Building permit required. So somebody was working on it without a permit. What's this say underneath? Like I said, I'm not trying to go in. I respect the sign. Wow. There's their desk with one lone light on. They have just a couple of perimeter lights on inside of the store. Not much else going on in here, though. Keep kicking stones today. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't really see inside of there too well. Got too much light glare, and it's just too dark inside. Now, this would be one of those times where it would be beneficial to come here during the nighttime, because you'd be able to see in there. Even with just a couple of lights, you'd be able to see in there a little bit. Now, I don't know. There's a restaurant over there. I don't know if that's abandoned or not. If it is, you'll clearly see a video. But I'm not sure. It might just be closed for New Year's. But yeah, wait till you see around the corner. They tried taking down the big Kmart sign. They got successful with part of it, and then they left up the best piece, the biggest piece of it, the Kmart logo itself. Half of the big is gone. because I already drove around this place once. And here we go. Whoop. Can I just like peel that off of there and have that? It's going to be huge. See, you see people vandalize it. They broke windows. All the windows in there are broken. Even in this garage door, you can see people were throwing stones at it or hitting it with BBs or something. Let's see what we can see in there, if anything. I can't see anything because I'm so short. I don't want to drop my camera in there either because then it's gone. But people, you don't have to vandalize. It's just not necessary. But I want that sign. Can I buy it? Look how pristine that looks too. The big is destroyed. It looks like it's just tacked on there with some nails. Oh, that would have been cool to have. Imagine having the whole thing. Now, it doesn't look that big up there, but put it in perspective. There's a double doorway entrance. That K is probably about the size of both of those doors. Not as tall as the doors, but look at that in the same picture there. It's as wide as both of those doors. And I would have to try and get that in my car. But I would do it to save it. So, I stopped the camera for a second because I thought I heard something coming from inside of the store. And I do. I hear music. Somebody got a radio playing in there. Interesting. And I noticed that door is cracked open. I don't want to go in there unless I have permission. But now I'm curious to knock on the door and see if we would be allowed in. Well, I tried knocking on the door. Nobody answered. I even waited until that song stopped playing. No answer. I don't know what's going on. If somebody's in there working, they're not supposed to, is according to that sign. But I knocked anyway, just in case somebody would answer, and if I was given permission to go inside. Now, I'm not going to just go in there. I'm not going to open the door and peek my head in there. I'm not going to do that. But if I was given permission, I would have loved to have checked it out. Could you imagine? Anyway, there's not a whole lot to see back here. We'll walk back here anyway. But I don't really think there's anything back here. Got a car coming up. Go up to the loading dock anyway. See, they got that sign on that door too, the stop work order. That's the same one. That's what I thought. You know, I don't mean to sound rude or anything, but that big sign over the front door, I thought that was a bunch of baloney. You would think it would look a little more official or realistic. I mean, that was done on a big piece of poster board with a Sharpie. I mean, hey, if it works, that's great. Like I said, I'm not here to hurt anything or cause any harm, but I just want to explore this place, that's all. But here's your loading dock. What's left of it. They got the work order on that doorway, too. And the old docks here, Little Caesars. Now, there is a Little Caesars here, but I imagine this probably had one inside at one point in time, too. There's a shoe. Some old... Is this an old Kmart sign? It is. 2024, we're still finding a Kmart sign here at this old place. There's some signage in there, too. Oh, well, I don't want it. It's all filthy. But that's funny to find that still after all that time. But I suppose that'll be a wrap. Now, that is one of the weirder things I've experienced on the channel. Somebody's clearly in there, because that music wasn't on when I peeked the camera through the garage door, and I still haven't even looked at the footage to see what was in there through that window that was broken. But clearly somebody's in there. And I mean, hey, whatever, that's on them, not me. I'm respecting the boundaries by just staying outside, walking around, and just taking a step back in time. Now, the only reason I would want to go in there with permission would be to explore it and see how it looks all these years after it closed. I mean, you can see vandals got to it pretty badly with broken windows as such, broken doors, but oh well, not meant to be. Now I'm curious. When I walked back there was a guy walking this way. I didn't say anything to him, but I wonder if that door is... And it's still cracked open. I just wonder if he went in there or not. I don't know. But I'll try one more time, see if we get lucky. And if not, we'll call it a day. Oh well, I tried. Nobody answered the door. Like I said, I wasn't going to open it and peek my head in there because I don't want to startle them, whatever they're doing, especially if they're not supposed to be in there. So, because I saw a guy walking up here, and based on the amount of time it took me to get back up here, I would have seen him up here if he went somewhere. So, pretty sure he went in there, but hey, whatever. That's on them, not me. But I got to show you this Kmart, and if I could find any pictures of it from when it was open, I will put those in the end of the video here for you to enjoy. So, anyway, with that said, I'm going to take off. Hope you enjoyed the video, for what it's worth. That was fun. I'm cold now. Take one more peek through the front door here. Don't know that I'll see anything, though. Nothing. Oh well. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care and stay awesome. Ooh, a quarter. See you next time. Take care and stay awesome again. Bye.